Route 66, once known as the Mother Road, stretching from Chicago to Santa Monica, carrying generations of travelers chasing their dreams. But beneath its nostalgic charm, Route 66 hides something darker. Countless travelers have reported strange encounters, ghostly figures, and moments they can't explain, moments that make this historic road feel more like a passage into another world. Tonight, I'll share with you 5 chilling true stories of people who experienced the unexplainable on Route 66. Keep your headlights on, and whatever you do, don't stop if someone waves at you from the side of the road. Story 1. The Vanishing Hitchhiker. In the late 1970s, a truck driver named Bill was driving through Arizona along a lonely stretch of Route 66. It was past midnight when he noticed a young woman standing by the side of the road. She was wearing a light blue dress, holding a small suitcase. Feeling sorry for her, Bill pulled over and offered her a ride. She smiled politely, climbed in, and said she was heading to Flagstaff. For the first hour, they talked casually about the stars, the desert, even about her family. Bill remembered thinking she seemed completely normal, almost too normal, like someone out of time. But as they approached the outskirts of Flagstaff, Bill turned to ask her which exit she needed. The passenger seat was empty. The suitcase was gone. She had vanished without a sound. Shaken, Bill stopped at a nearby diner to calm down. When he told the waitress what happened, her face turned pale. She said, "You're not the first. Drivers have been picking up that same girl for years. She never makes it into town." Story 2. The Phantom Truck. One summer night in New Mexico, a young couple, Sarah and Jake, were driving Route 66 after visiting friends. Around 2 a.m., they noticed headlights in their rearview mirror, a massive truck gaining on them fast. The truck's lights grew brighter, nearly blinding. Sarah urged Jake to speed up, but no matter how fast they drove, the truck stayed close, its horn blaring. Suddenly, it swerved dangerously close to their car, almost forcing them off the road. Jake pulled hard on the wheel, heart racing, certain they were seconds away from a fatal crash. Then silence. The headlights were gone. The road behind them was empty. They pulled over, shaking, certain the truck would reappear. It never did. Later, they told locals about the incident. An old man at a gas station whispered, "That's the ghost truck. People say it's driven by a man who died on this road decades ago, chasing anyone who dares to drive it at night." Story 3. The Man in the Diner. In Oklahoma, there used to be a small roadside diner just off Route 66. Travelers often stopped there late at night, especially truckers. One night, a man named Henry walked in around 3 a.m. and noticed only one other customer, a tall man in an old-fashioned suit sitting in the corner. Henry ordered coffee and kept glancing at the man. He never moved, never blinked, just stared at the door. Finally, Henry decided to speak. "Long night, huh?" The man slowly turned his head, smiled faintly, and said, "You shouldn't be here." Before Henry could respond, the waitress returned with his coffee. When Henry turned back, the corner was empty. The man was gone. Henry asked the waitress about him. She froze, then whispered, "You saw him too." She explained that many travelers had described the same mysterious figure, always appearing at the diner in the dead of night, always staring at the door, and always vanishing without a trace. Story 4. The Abandoned Motel. In 1993, a group of friends driving through Texas decided to stop for the night. They saw a glowing motel sign just off Route 66. The building looked old but welcoming. Inside, a friendly woman at the front desk gave them keys and wished them good night. The rooms were basic but comfortable, and the friends quickly fell asleep. In the middle of the night, one of them, Lisa, woke up to strange noises, footsteps in the hallway, voices whispering. When she opened the door, the hallway was pitch black, lined with doors that hadn't been there before. Frightened, she woke her friends. They grabbed their things and left immediately. But when they drove back the next morning to check, the motel was gone. All they found was an empty field, overgrown with weeds. Years later, Lisa swore she could still remember the woman at the front desk, smiling as she handed them the keys. Story 5. The Child by the Road. Perhaps the most unsettling story comes from Illinois, near the start of Route 66. A driver named Tom was heading home late one rainy night when he saw a small figure on the roadside. As he slowed down, he realized it was a child, no more than 7 or 8 years old, standing alone, drenched from the storm. Tom pulled over and shouted if Boy was okay. The child didn't answer, only pointed down the dark road. Confused, Tom stepped out of the car, but as soon as he did, the boy was gone. No footprints, no trace, just silence. Later, when Tom shared his story, locals told him of a boy who had died decades earlier in a car accident on that same stretch of road. They believe the child still appears, pointing drivers toward the place where his life ended. Route 66 has always been a road of dreams, freedom, and adventure. But for those who've traveled it late at night, it can also be a road of shadows, a place where the past refuses to stay buried. Whether it's the ghostly hitchhiker, the phantom truck, or the child in the rain, these stories remind us that sometimes the most ordinary roads can hold the darkest secrets. So, if you ever find yourself driving Route 66 under the pale glow of the moon, keep your eyes open, because you never know who or what might be waiting just around the bend.